Okay, children. So in the last class, we had discussed about so many terms, right? Conductance, conductivity, resistance, resistivity, then metallic conductance, ionic conductance, molar conductivity. Did you remember that portion? Yes or no? Hmm? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me check. Nandana,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you mean by metallic conductance?
The electric conductance shown by metals.
Okay, okay, fine. Then what about ionic conductance, Adul?
Conductance of electricity by ions present in solution.
Yeah, ions or electrolytes present in the solution. It is known as ionic conductance. Then what about molar conductivity, Dia?
It is the conductance of a solution when 1 mole of electrolyte is present between two parallel
Okay, two
electrodes 1 centimeter.
Okay, with the area of cross section A and the distance of unit length. Okay, fine. Then what about the equation to relate between the molar conductivity and conductivity? Achyut, can you tell me the equation of molar conductivity and conductivity? I can't hear you. Yes. K by C. Okay, we have learned that equation. That means K means conductivity and C means concentration, right? All of you, please switch on your videos. Shivani, Naurin, Rijas, Anthony, Ashwin, Evelyn, Krishna, Alvin, Sharon, all of you.
Can you hear now?
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you. Okay, so, okay, Sharon. So these all topics we have learned in the last class. Today we are going to learn about the variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Okay, today we are going to learn the variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. What do you mean by concentration? Punya, what do you mean by concentration?
Molarity.
It's a parameter to measure concentration. That's it. And what do you mean by this concentration? Can you able to define that?
The number of ions present in the solution.
Yeah, that's okay. The amount of solute present in that solution. Okay. The amount of solute present in that solution, it is known as concentration. So here we are going to check what happens to the conductivity and molar conductivity with decreasing concentration. With decreasing concentration. Decreasing yes, Achyut. Yes, Achyut.
The heading of the topic.
Variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Here we are going to check what happens to conductivity and molar conductivity with decreasing concentration. Decreasing concentration means we are increasing dilution. More amount of water is added to that solution and we are going to check what happens to its conductivity and molar conductivity. Both this conductivity and molar conductivity, it will be varied with change in concentration. Okay. Then we can look what happens in each case. First one, variation of, that's about conductivity. Yeah, you have to write this heading. I think you have already wrote that, right? So the conductivity. Conductivity K, it always decreases with decrease in concentration. Conductivity K, it's always decreases with decrease in concentration. Decrease in concentration means increase in dilution. More amount of water is added. Increase in dilution. Okay. So the conductivity always decreases with decrease in concentration both for weak and strong electrolytes. There are different types of electrolytes. Okay, depending upon the which acid and which base is joined together to form that electrolyte. There are two types of electrolytes, weak and strong electrolytes. So for both weak and strong electrolytes, this conductivity K, it always decreases with decrease in concentration. Okay. Clear. Then this is because the number of ions per unit volume that carry the current in a solution decreases on dilution. We have learned the equation for this conductivity, right? G is equal to Ka by L. Okay. And A equal to 1, then L equal to 1, K is equal to G. That means it is the conductivity of the small volume. Okay, the small volume of that solution. Conductivity, it is the conductance of that small volume or small portion of that solution. So when we increase this amount of water or decreasing the concentration, these ions will be far apart from each other. So in that particular space, that means particular volume, the chances for this conductivity will be less, because if there is no ions present in that volume, there will be no conductivity. So that's why this is because the number of ions per unit volume that carry the current in a solution decreases on dilution. We consider this one as a container, and here ions are there. When you just add more amount of water, that means the number of ions will far away from each other. And when we are considering the conductivity of this small space, there is no ions there. Then how can we measure conductivity? The same thing here. This is because the number of ions per unit volume that carry the current in a solution decreases on dilution. Number of ions in that space will decreases because they will far away from each other on dilution. That's why. This is clear? Yes, Achyut.
What is the increase in dilution written on the board?
Increasing dilution means decreasing the concentration means adding more amount of water, isn't it? That's it.
And that's for the second point, right?
Yeah, you can just write here. That's already understood that decreasing concentration means increasing dilution, isn't it? So that's about conductivity. Conductivity always decreases with decrease in concentration, both for weak and strong electrolytes. This is clear? Do you have any doubt? Nothing? Shall I move to next one? Please respond. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Vidur, can you please read this points? Vidur, can you hear me? Michael? Okay, Vidur, you can read.
Variation of conductivity and molar conductivity concentration. Conductivity K always decreases with decreasing concentration, both for weak and strong electrolytes.
Yeah.
This is because the number of ions per unit volume that carry the current in a solution.
A solution decreases on dilution. Okay. So that's about conductivity. Then we are moving to molar conductivity. So we have learned that the molar conductivity of a solution at a given concentration is the conductance of the volume of solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte. In the case of conductivity, we just consider that small volume of that substance, volume of that solution, small portion of that solution. Here we are considering the concentration, that means the conductivity of 1 mole of electrolyte. 1 mole of electrolyte that is kept between 2 electrodes with area of cross section and the distance of unit length. And you have learned that conductance means the ease to the current flow, right? That means more space is there, it can move everywhere and more conductivity will take place. Here also the same thing happens that we can discuss in the next slide. Before that, you have to just write down this. Molar conductivity of a solution at a given concentration. It is the conductance of the volume of solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte. So just the conductivity of that 1 mole of electrolyte. It is kept between 2 electrodes with area of cross section A and distance of unit length. So this is another equation to find out this molar conductivity. Lambda m is equal to K into A by L. Okay, this is another equation to find out molar conductivity. We have already learned one equation, that is lambda m is equal to K by C, right? Along with this, you can also write this equation, lambda m is equal to K into A by L. Okay, here the distance of unit length, that means L is equal to 1. Distance of unit length. And the molar conductivity of a solution at a given concentration is the conductance of the volume of solution. So we are substituting V instead of A. Okay, we are substituting V instead of A. Then the equation becomes lambda m is equal to Kv. Lambda m is equal to Kv. Instead of L, we just take the value L equal to 1. And instead of A, we are substituting V, volume. Then the equation becomes lambda m is equal to K into V. Lambda m is equal to K into V. Then we are considering this equation to know about the variation of molar conductivity with decrease in concentration. Here there are 2 factors, that means conductivity K and the volume, to determine the change in concentration. Just 1 minute. All of you, please switch on your videos. Ashwin, Krishna, Muhammad Adim, Anthony, Anna, Naurin, all of you. Okay, so we are considering this equation, lambda m is equal to K into V, to check the variation of conductivity, variation of molar conductivity with concentration. So here this conductivity K and volume is there. In the previous thing, we have learned that the conductivity that will decreases with decrease in concentration, right? This molar conductivity K, it will always decreases with decrease in concentration. So here this value is decreases on decreasing concentration. Then the next one is volume. Okay, in the case of volume, on increasing dilution or for decreasing concentration, that means more amount of water is added, the volume will always increases, isn't it? On increasing dilution, that means more amount of water is added, the volume will automatically increases. So there are 2 factors here. Conductivity, it will always decreases with decrease in concentration. Then the volume, it will always increases with decrease in concentration. Here we are choosing this volume instead of conductivity. Okay, because conductivity is just a small, that means conductance of a small volume or small portion. We have to consider that whole solution, because here we have to look for 1 mole of electrolyte. Okay, conductivity of 1 mole of electrolyte. So we are preferring this volume. So along with the increase in volume, this molar conductivity increases with decrease in concentration. Clear? There are two factors here, conductivity and volume. Conductivity always decreases with decrease in concentration, and volume always increases with decrease in concentration. Here we are choosing for volume because we have to consider that whole solution, because 1 mole of electrolyte there. Okay, it's anywhere that in the solution, not in a particular space. So we have to learn that the molar conductivity lambda m, it will always increases with decrease in concentration. So you can write there, molar conductivity lambda m, it increases with decrease in concentration. This is because the total volume V of the solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte also increases. That means this 1 mole of electrolyte, it will get more space to move freely. That means its conductivity automatically increases. Clear? This is clear for you? Do you have any doubt? So that's about the variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Aditya, can you please read the slide?
Molar conductivity lambda m increases with decrease in concentration. This is because the total volume V of the solution containing the mole of electrolyte also increases.
1 mole of electrolyte also increases. Okay. Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have learned the variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Okay. Variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Here we are preferring for the decrease in concentration. Decrease in concentration means more dilution or more amount of water is added. In the case of conductivity, it will always decreases with decrease in concentration, because the number of ions per unit volume, it will decreases. That's the reason. Clear? Then in the case of molar conductivity, there are two factors there. Lambda m is equal to K into, what's the equation? Lambda m is equal to, which are the factors that determine molar conductivity, Punya?
Concentration.
The next equation, that's the previous one, right? Lambda m is equal to K by Z.
K,
Then we have learned another equation for that.
lambda m is equal to K into A by L.
A by L. And then instead of L, we will substitute 1
V.
because it's unit length. And instead of A, we will substitute V, volume, right? Then lambda m is equal to KV. So there are two factors, K and V. K for conductivity and V for volume. Then the conductivity always decreases with decrease in concentration. Then the volume will always increases with decrease in concentration, because more amount of water is added. That means the volume will increases. Here we are preferring the increase in volume. That's why the molar conductivity will increases. Okay, molar conductivity will increases with decreasing concentration. This is clear for you. Do you have any doubt? Anyone? This is clear? All of you, please switch on your video. Okay, Anna, can you tell me what happens to the conductivity on decreasing concentration?
Conductivity increases.
Not molar conductivity, conductivity.
Increases.
As it increases with decrease in concentration?
Decreases.
Yeah, it's decreasing. Okay. the conductivity will decreases with decrease in concentration. What's the reason? Dia, what's the reason for that? The conductivity will decreases with decrease in concentration.
Because a number of ions will also be decreased.
Very good. The number of ions per unit volume decreases. That's the reason why the conductivity decreases with decrease in concentration. And now clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then Rija, can you tell me what happens to the molar conductivity with decrease in concentration?
When concentration decreases, molar conductivity increases.
What's the reason? Which are the two factors that determine this molar conductivity?
Conductivity and volume.
Okay, conductivity and volume. Then what happens to conductivity and what happens to volume? Naurin?
Volume increases with decrease in concentration and conductivity decreases.
Yeah, conductivity decreases and the volume increases. So what happens to the molar conductivity?
Increases.
Increases because we are choosing that volume instead of conductivity, because we are considering the conductivity of 1 mole of electrolyte. So we have to consider that whole volume. So I think it's clear for you. This is clear. Do you have any doubt?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Shall I move to next one? Yes. Then we are going to learn another term. That means limiting molar conductivity. Lambda 0m. We can also write lambda like this, okay? Lambda. So if the dilution is continued, that means if we are decreasing the concentration to its maximum, the molar conductivity reaches a maximum limiting value. That means the concentration approaches 0. That is known as limiting molar conductivity. Clear? We are increasing that dilution. That means the concentration is decreases and it will approaches the 0 value. The concentration will approaches the 0 value and the molar conductivity will reach a maximum limit. Okay, maximum limit, that is known as limiting molar conductivity. Limiting molar conductivity. This one is molar conductivity representation. Then limiting molar conductivity lambda 0 m. Okay, lambda m is just molar conductivity. Then lambda 0 m, it is the limiting molar conductivity. Clear? We are continuing that dilution. That means the decrease in concentration is continued. And when the concentration approaches 0 value, when the concentration approaches 0 value, there's a maximum limiting value in the molar conductivity, and it is known as limiting molar conductivity, lambda 0 m. And this variation of molar conductance, it is different for strong and weak electrolytes. In the case of conductivity, it will same for strong and weak electrolytes. But in the case of molar conductivity, it will different for strong and weak electrolytes. Okay. The strong or weak electrolyte, strong electrolyte means that is made up of strong acid and strong base. And weak electrolyte, it is made up of weak acid and weak base. Electrolyte means salt. Okay, different salt, NaCl, KCl, etc. These all salts are made up of the neutralization reaction between acid and base, isn't it? Then the salt and water are the products. The neutralization reaction, that means the reaction between acid and base to form salt and water. The salt is considered as the electrolyte. If strong acid and strong base join together, the strong electrolyte will be produced, and weak acid and weak base join together, weak electrolyte will be produced. And in the case of this molar conductivity, it will be, this value will be different for the strong and weak electrolytes. But in the case of conductivity, it will be same for both strong and weak electrolytes. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am. Can you show the slide?
Sure, sure. Then you can tell me whenever you have completed. If dilution is continued, molar conductivity reaches a maximum limiting value when the concentration approaches 0, which is known as limiting molar conductivity, lambda 0 m. then the variation of molar conductance is different for strong and weak electrolytes. Shivani, can you please read the slide? Yes.
Ma'am, from starting.
Yes.
If dilution is continued, the molar conductivity reaches a maximum limiting value when concentration approaches zero, known as limiting molar conductivity.
Okay. Then
the variation of molar conductance is different for strong and weak electrolytes.
Okay. Have you completed the slide? Achyut?
Just a sentence.
Okay, okay. You have to complete. Okay, finished. Then we are moving to the strong electrolytes. Variation of this molar conductivity with concentration for strong electrolytes. So the molar conductance, it will increase slowly with decrease in concentration. That we already learned, right? That means with decrease in concentration or increase in dilution, the molar conductance or molar conductivity, it will increases. So we can plot this. Is this graph clear for you? Yes, okay. So we are going to plot this relation by plotting the concentration in the x-axis. Okay, in the x-axis, we are just writing the concentration C raised to 1 by 2. Okay, C raised to 1 by 2. That means the concentration raised to 1 by 2. Then here in the y-axis, we are just plotting lambda m. That means molar conductivity. Molar conductivity. Then we have learned that on decreasing concentration, the molar conductivity will increases, right? On decreasing concentration, the molar conductivity will increases. So here it is the 0 value. This portion will have less concentration. Here the concentration will be increased, right? And here you can look at this graph and it is clear that the molar conductivity will increases with decrease in concentration. The molar conductivity, it will increases with decrease in concentration. Here we are taking this two electrolytes, KCl and HCl. KCl and HCl. Both are electrolytes. So here both these lines, they are joining at the y-axis at a particular point. And here you look at the concentration. Here the concentration is 0. So can you guess what about this point? The 2 points that I just point out in the y-axis. Can you tell me what is that point? When the concentration approaches 0, the molar conductivity, it is known as that we have learned now.
Limiting.
Very good. Limiting molar conductivity. So we can represent lambda 0 m. Here also it is lambda 0 m. Okay. So we are just plotting this concentration versus molar conductivity. And we have learned that on decreasing concentration, the molar conductivity will increases. And when the concentration approaches 0, this molar conductivity will reach 1 point. That means it reaches at its maximum limit. It is known as limiting molar conductivity. Okay. And there is one equation here to connect with this molar conductivity, then limiting molar conductivity and concentration. That is lambda m is equal to lambda 0 m minus AC raised to 1 by 2. Z is the molar concentration. Then A is a constant for particular type of electrolyte. There are certain constant values there. That is A. That will be given in the question. Okay. So this is the relation between conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Lambda m is equal to lambda 0 m minus AC raised to 1 by 2. These points, these are the different values for this molar conductivity at different concentrations. Here it will increase, and when the concentration approaches 0, it will reach at a maximum limiting value. It is known as limiting molar conductivity. Limiting molar conductivity. You can draw this graph. Instead of C raised to 1 by 2, we can also write root C. Okay, root C. What about the unit of concentration? Unit of concentration. Gayatri, can you tell me the unit of concentration? You can guess. What about molarity? Unit of molarity. Don't know? Okay, it's mole per liter. Okay, it's mole per liter. You have to note that. The unit of concentration is mole per liter. And what about molar conductivity that we have learned in the last class? Vidur, what about the unit of molar conductivity? Yes.
Siemens.
Siemens.
Meter square.
Meter square.
Per mole.
Very good. Siemens meter square per mole. Okay. Siemens meter square per mole. So this particular point, it is known as the limiting molar conductivity of this one for KCl and this one for HCl. Each electrolytes have their own specific values. Okay. This is clear. Meenakshi, can you tell me what about the relation between molar conductivity, limiting molar conductivity, and the concentration? What about the equation? This equation that is related to molar conductivity, then limiting molar conductivity, concentration. Can you tell me? Please unmute.
Lambda m is equal to lambda 0 m minus A into C raised to 1 by 2.
Yeah. What do you mean by lambda m?
Molar conductivity.
Then lambda 0 m?
Limiting molar conductivity.
Limiting molar conductivity. Then what about A?
A constant for
it's a constant for all particular type of electrolyte. Then what about C? C? Tell me. C.
Conductance.
Conductivity is K. C for? Look here, C is for molar concentration. I will repeat this equation once again. Lambda m is equal to lambda 0 m minus AC raised to 1 by 2. Lambda m stands for molar conductivity. Then lambda 0 m stands for limiting molar conductivity. Then A means it's a constant for particular type of electrolytes. Then C means that is molar concentration. So you have to remember this equation. In this chapter, there are so many equations, right? Lambda m is equal to K by C. Then lambda m is equal to K into M. Here lambda m is equal to lambda 0 m minus AC raised to 1 by 2. Okay. So you have to connect all these equations and learn. Clear?
Ma'am?
Yes, Achut?
Why do we write C raised to 1 by 2 or root C?
Here this concentration, we are taking this concentration in terms of the C raised to 1 by 2. We can only calculate it like this. That's why. Okay, it's decreasing concentration. Here we are increasing this concentration, but the decreasing value is here, 0. It will be increased like this, concentration 1 by 2 raised to 1 by 2, like that. Okay, clear. Do you have any doubt in this one? In this graph? Anyone? We are just plotting variation of lambda m, that is molar conductivity, with concentration. In the x-axis, we taken this concentration, and in the y-axis, molar conductivity. Then we plot the limit molar conductivity at a different concentration for KCl and HCl. Then it will reaches at a maximum limiting value at molar conductivity. It will known as limiting molar conductivity. It will be different for different electrolytes. Is this clear? And this equation that helps us to find out the value of Z, then lambda 0m, that we can obtain clearly from this graph. Then we can continue this topic in the next class. Okay. So today we have learned, just wait, variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. In the case of conductivity, it will always decreases with decrease in concentration. The reason is that the number of ions per unit volume decreases. Okay, then the next one, in the case of molar conductivity, it will always increases with decrease in concentration. The reason is that there are two factors there to define this molar conductivity, that is conductivity and volume. Conductivity always decreases.
If Akhil can transfer the money now, yeah, they have the fund with them, so they wanted to transfer that 4,10,000. When they transfer that 4,10,000,
conductivity always decreases with decrease in concentration, but here we have to consider the volume. So the molar conductivity will increases with decrease in concentration. This is because the total volume V of the solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte also increases. Then we learned the limiting molar conductivity. If the dilution is continued, the molar conductivity will reach a maximum limiting value. When the concentration approaches 0, it is known as limiting molar conductivity. Then we have just plotted or learned the relation between the molar conductivity and the concentration in the case of strong electrolytes. Okay, and we have learned this equation, lambda m is equal to lambda 0m minus AC raised to 1/2. This is clear? Yes. Okay. Then Emmanuel, are you there? Yes. Can you tell me what's the what happens to the conductivity on decreasing concentration?
Ma'am,
Yes.
molar,
Not molar conductivity, simple conductivity.
again, repeat the question.
What happens to the conductivity on decreasing concentration? Is it increases or decreases?
Decreases, ma'am.
Huh?
Decreases, ma'am.
Decreases, very good. Then Michael, what's the reason for the decrease in conductivity with decrease in concentration? What's the reason for the decrease in conductivity with decrease in concentration? Michael, yes.
Because the number of ions per unit volume that carry the current in solution.
That will decreases or increases? Decreases. Yes, decreases. So the conductivity, it always decreases with decrease in concentration. The reason is that number of ions per unit volume decreases. Okay, then what happens to the molar conductivity with decrease in concentration, Dia?
Increases.
Increases. Lydia, what's the reason for that? Increase in molar conductivity with the decrease in concentration.
Total volume of the solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte also increases.
Very good, very good. That's the reason. Then what's the relationship between molar conductivity, limiting molar conductivity, and concentration? Punya?
Molar conductivity is equal to limiting molar conductivity minus A root C.
A root C, okay. Adul, What do you mean by this? Lambda m?
Molar conductivity.
Okay. Then, Nandana, can you define this limiting molar conductivity?
When dilution is continued and the concentration continues to approach zero value,
yes,
the maximum conductivity is known as limiting molar.
It is known as limiting molar conductivity. How can we represent limiting molar conductivity, Aditya?
And lambda 0m.
Lambda 0m. What about the unit of concentration, Shivani? Unit of concentration. Shivani. Yes. Unit of concentration.
Ma'am, I didn't.
Okay, Gayatri, can you tell me now?
Mole per liter.
Very good. It's mole per liter. Okay, Shivani, it's mole per liter. Then what about the unit of molar conductivity? Naurin?
Siemens meters per mole.
Okay, very good. So we can continue this topic in this next class. Okay, before that, let me take your attendance. Okay. Aditya Israj? Achud? Achud. Alvin? Alvin? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Anna? Aryan?
Present, ma'am.
Ashwin?
Present, ma'am.
Adul?
Present, ma'am.
Dia?
Present, ma'am.
Donna?
Present, ma'am.
Evelyn? Evelyn? Evelyn was there in the beginning, right? Okay, then Gayatri?
Present, ma'am.
Gauri? Gauri? Emmanuel? Yes, Emmanuel?
Present, ma'am.
Krishna?
Present, ma'am.
Lydia?
Present, ma'am.
Malavika?
Present, ma'am.
Meenakshi?
Present, ma'am.
Mehak? Absent. Michael?
Present, ma'am.
Muhammad Adim?
Present, ma'am.
Nandana?
Present, ma'am.
Nevin? Nevin? Nidhi? Okay. Nia? Naurin Fatima? Present.
Present, ma'am.
Punya?
Present,
Present.
ma'am.
Rijas present. Sania present. Sharon present. Shivani? Present. Srihari?
Yes, ma'am.
Steffi? Steffi? Then Anthony? Vidur? Okay.
Present, ma'am.
So thank you, children. See you in the next class. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.